I'm going to explain to you how do you manipulate expressions to understand the sort of line to draw to find solutions. So here you've been given y equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. If this graph is drawn and you are given x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 3, and they ask you to find out the values of x that will make this equals to 3, the values of x that will make it equal to 5, and so on. What sort of line will you draw on the quadratic graph to determine your answer, like the one we did here? How do you come by your line to draw? So that's what I'm going to show you. So first thing is, check what is given to you. We are trying to create y, which is x squared minus 2x minus 3. So we check. S squared is still the same as s squared. Nothing changes. Minus 2x is the same as minus 2x. So nothing changes. But minus 3, we have 1. So we need to create something to make sure the plus 1 becomes minus 3. So you check one by one and see what needs to change. Plus 1 needs to change to become minus 3. How do you do that? By taking away 4. And because this is an equation, whatever you do to one side, do the same to the other side. So I've done that. Now you remember that once you do minus 4 on the left hand side, the whole thing now becomes exactly what you see here. So you don't need to rearrange it. You know that what you've done actually represents y. So that represents y. Then what will 3 minus 4 also represent? So now you know the line you need to draw is y equals -1 on the graph. Then you trace your values. So here you draw y equals -1, and I'm sure you know how to draw y equals -1 on the graph. And you estimate your values. Let's look at the second one. S squared is the same as x squared. But x is not the same as minus 2x. -3 is the same as -3. So what should change is the x. We need to make sure x becomes -2x. So what can we do to x to become -2x? We take away 3x, because 1x minus 3x is -2x. Do the same to the other side. Okay, now we know what we've done on the left hand side makes the whole expression equals to x squared minus 2x minus 3, which represents what? Y. So we can represent the whole thing here by y. Now this becomes an expression, 5 minus 3x, and therefore I'm going to draw a linear graph of y equals 5 minus 3x. So you need to draw a straight line graph, 5 minus 3x. Let's look at the final one. X squared is the same as x squared. But minus 4x isn't the same as minus 2x. And minus 5 isn't the same as minus 3. So we have two things to change here. So let's start with the minus 4x. How do we make minus 4x become -2x? Oh, sorry, let's start with the minus 3. Whichever way, it doesn't really matter. So, to make minus 5 or -5 become -3, I add 2 to -5. Do the same to the other side. How do I make -4x become -2x? By adding 2x. Do the same to the other side. Okay, now we know everything I have here represents y, because that's what I've tried to manipulate the expression to become. Now you need to simplify this. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 2x is 6 plus 2x. So I have the left hand side is y. That is 6 plus 2x. So the line I need to draw is a linear graph of y equals 6 plus 2x. So this is how you learn how to manipulate expressions to know the sort of line to draw for solutions on a quadratic graph. So that brings us to the end of the lesson on quadratic graphs. Hope you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to this channel and share with your friends. And look forward to lesson 2 on cubic graphs. Thank you very much.